Samsung didn't shout about the Galaxy S26 Ultra this year, and that might be the most important clue of all. Beneath the clean design and familiar Ultra branding, there are quiet changes that could reshape how Samsung builds phones, prices flagships, and decides who its real power users are. Miss them, and the S26 Ultra looks boring. Notice them, and everything feels different. Before we dig in, if you enjoy uncovering the details brands gloss over, the stuff that actually shapes your long-term experience, drop a like, share this with that one tech-obsessed friend, and subscribe. This channel lives in the space between the marketing slides and the real-world consequences. At first glance, the Galaxy S26 Ultra feels calm, almost restrained. A cleaner camera module, flatter sides, familiar S Pen support. It all looks like refinement, not reinvention. But that unified camera island isn't just about aesthetics. It quietly signals Samsung aligning its entire premium lineup under one design language, from ultras to foldables. That matters because once design unifies, internal compromises usually follow. Parts get shared, costs get controlled, and suddenly decisions aren't about one phone anymore. They're about an ecosystem. And that's where the first hidden shift appears. Color names dropped, the Phantom and Titanium branding entirely. Black is just black. White is just white. That sounds minor, but branding almost always reveals material choices. After only 2 years, Titanium may already be on its way out, or at least reserved for fewer variants. If that's true, Samsung isn't downgrading, it's reallocating, saving on frame materials to spend elsewhere, likely where users actually notice it day to day. Then there's charging. On paper, the S26 Ultra finally pushes forward with faster wired speeds, reclaiming some ground Samsung quietly lost over the years. But the real story isn't the number, it's the restraint. Wireless charging still feels capped, even as Samsung launches its first official magnetic accessories. The phone is ready for the future, but the ecosystem isn't fully unleashed yet. That hesitation suggests Samsung is testing behavior, not chasing specs. They want to see how people actually use this before going all in. Software is where things get more interesting. Bixby's AI overhaul isn't flashy, but it's strategic. Samsung isn't trying to win the AI race head-on. Instead, it's turning the phone into a control center, one where you describe outcomes, not commands. That's a subtle but massive shift in how users interact with hardware. Less tapping, more intent. If it works, it quietly makes the Ultra feel smarter over time instead of outdated after a year. For creators, the implications go even deeper. Native APV video recording backed by real industry support isn't just a feature, it's a signal. Samsung is positioning the Ultra as a serious production tool, not just a camera phone. That closes a long-standing gap with Apple, but it also raises expectations. Once you promise pro workflows, you can't half support them later. And then there's pricing. Samsung appears determined to keep the headline number unchanged, but the real cost may be hidden in what's missing. Fewer pre-order perks, less bundled value, same price, less cushioning. It's a quiet recalibration that most people won't notice until checkout, and by then, Samsung's already reframed what value means. Put it all together, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra doesn't feel like a bold leap. It feels like a strategic pause. A phone designed less to impress instantly, and more to steer Samsung's future direction without spooking its audience. The question isn't whether these changes are good or bad. It's who they're really for, and what they prepare us for next. So now I'm curious, do you see the S26 Ultra as Samsung playing it safe, or quietly setting up something bigger down the line? And if this is the calm before the shift, what do you think the next Ultra really looks like?